Since 1968, Mackey Motors has been the place to find new and certified used vehicles. Along with a knowledgeable and helpful sales staff, you, the customer, are their number one priority. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City. We are talking here today with Redge and Chloe Judisch from the South Central Calhoun cross-country team. They're at their first meet of the year in Gowrie at the Southeast Valley Invite, and Redge took the top finish for the Titan boys here today. Real good run for you. I think you felt confident coming in here today. What was your thought process coming into the race? How did you want to run?
Well, I didn't expect to do as good as what I did, but I thought I had a good grasp of what it was going to feel like from triathlon season.
How did you run this race? Did you go out really hard, or did you kind of go out a little slower and then pick it up as the race went on?
I kind of tried to pace myself behind some people in my team and then kind of pick it up from there.
Who did you run with, your team? Who was the guys you were planning on kind of staying close to?
Eli Webker.
Talk about what it was like running with Eli, and then when did you make your move and kind of move up in the pack?
It was kind of like at the first mile or a little bit after.
Do you feel strong out here today? It's a little bit warm, but not too terribly bad. So how'd you feel out there running?
You know, it was sweaty after on the third mile.
When did you start feeling like you were getting a little tired, and then take me through kind of how you fought through that?
Well, I was getting a little tired, like little after the second mile, and then I'm like, all right, I just have to keep going.
Did you slow down at all, or did you even pick up the pace some?
I picked up the pace at the last little bit.
Take us through the finish. How'd you feel when you saw that finish line, and do you feel like you finished strong?
I felt great.
Well, I tell you what, great job out here today. Congrats on being the top finisher for the Titan boys. Appreciate you joining us.
All right, thank you.
You bet. Let's move over now to Chloe Judisch, who also got off to a good, strong start here today. I heard you tell the girls beforehand, don't go out too strong because that last mile can be really tough. Did you feel like you were able to kind of follow your own advice here today?
I felt like I went out. I felt when I was going out, I felt really good. But then slowly after a while, it started to hurt. And then I heard my time at about a mile, and I'm like, oh no, I went out way too fast. But I was able to keep going, so.
Where'd you feel your best? Was it early on?
Yeah, it was definitely early on because, like I said, I went out way too fast that first mile, and then I felt it the next two. What
was the pace that first mile?
About 6:30-ish.
What were you hoping for?
Like 7.
So how were you able to adjust? What was it mentally that allowed you to kind of fight through?
Just telling myself that once I'm done, I can go home. Pretty much that.
You ran by yourself a lot of this, or wasn't it? I mean, there was runners around you, but there was always kind of 15, 20 feet in between you and everybody else. Is that kind of the way you wanted it, or would you rather have kind of had somebody, to run with?
I actually kind of like pack running because it makes you think less about yourself and more about how, like, not to step on the people in front of you, or like I'm trying to keep up with the people in front of me. But if it's like one person, it's just kind of like, I'll try, but if they go, I guess, kind of like that.
How close and how good was that last half mile for you?
The last half mile, I had to pick it up a little bit just because I saw a girl in front of me and I knew I could out-foot race her, so I just had to pick it up a little bit to get within foot race range of her.
Well, I tell you what, great job out here today. Good start to the season. Appreciate you joining us here today. I think a top 10 finish, if I remember right.
I think so.
You bet.